Hey guys, it's Graham here at Bike Bros bicycle shop in Cochrane, Alberta, Canada again, and today we're having a very quick look at the brand new 2025 Pivot Trailcat. In this case, this is the SL. I was going to do a very long video on these bikes, and then I realized that there are 1,000,001 different versions of reviews on this bike online, and so I just thought I would touch on some of the things that weren't obvious to me, and there were kind of good surprises when I took a closer look. So stick with me if you're a serious buyer or just a bike geek and you want to understand how Pivot did what it did on this bike, then you'll find out something soon. So the Trailcat SL we're looking at today is the Pro XT XTR build. So that is a combination of an XTR rear derailleur, 12-speed drivetrain, hand in hand with some XT brakes, and then Fox Factory 34 on the front and a Float X in the rear. So a very, very capable bike overall. DT Swiss 1700 wheels. I don't think for bike geeks any of those things need a heck of a lot of explanation. This SL is 120 millimeter rear travel and 140 millimeter fork. The very interesting thing on this bike is that there's also a long travel version that shares the exact same front and rear triangle, the LT, and that one is 135 millimeter rear travel, 150 millimeter travel fork, and that one uses a 36 fork. Between both models, I think Pivot ends up doing something like 13 different builds. This Pro XT XTR is the sort of third in line as far as price. There is an SLX XT Shimano build below it, as well as a GX Access group below it. I suspect for the people not wanting electronic shifting, this will be the go-to, as we've seen this being probably the most popular sort of level in the different Pivot bikes over the years. We've got two colors, this matte green color and that glossy purple color. Hopefully the camera picks on that one, because if you look at a lot of reviews, it is not obvious just how nice that color is. And even from a few people who have been in the store and spotted these, people who would usually like a black or a silver bike, they are actually pretty excited about the look of that bike. So great colors, contrasting enough, and I think appealing to different personalities. So the big thing that wasn't obvious to me on seeing all of those reviews is basically how Pivot was able to achieve their rear travel difference. And it all came down to a rear rocker. There's a different one between the two different models, paired with a different eye-to-eye length on the shock. And then the main thing that they don't tell you is that this lower shock mount is a flippable piece. So in this position for the SL, take it off, turn it around, two 4mm Allen keys, and that shock mount is in the position that will work with the different rocker link and eye-to-eye there to take this 120, turn it into a 135mm travel bike. The weight on this bike, 29.8 pounds. In Canada, this was a $10,500 bike, and that was just the detail on this bike that I wanted to point out. Also, I have watched so many videos on this bike, and depending on the rider, it seems about 50-50 people preferring either the short travel or the long travel version. Being Pivots, being DW Link, I imagine they will be awesome in either case. So hopefully that was useful information for you, and this will help you to pick out your new dream bike. P.S. The customers are here to just pick up these bikes, and I was just reminded, along with the bike, you get two of these carrying cases to go inside the down tube storage on these bikes. The down tube storage is amongst the easiest that I've seen to operate. However, the door is really, really small. The end.